Prosecutors may rest their case today in the trial against the Boulder King Soopers shooter. The prosecution's job is to prove to the jury that he was sane during the time of the crime, meaning he knew the difference between right and wrong. Our Kelly Rinke was in the courtroom today, and Kelly, the forensic psychologist who performed the mental health evaluations, testified this afternoon.
Yeah, hey Alex, he had interviewed the defendant multiple times while he was at the state mental health hospital, and after those evaluations, he concluded that at the time of the shooting, the defendant was legally sane. We also learned through testimony today that the shooter had selected that King Soopers location days before the shooting. Dr. Thomas Gray, who also testified in the Aurora Theater shooting trial, agrees the King Soopers shooter has schizophrenia, but he said his primary symptoms haven't been hallucinations. Dr. Gray described him as someone who spoke very little and wasn't interested in socializing. Most of his testimony this afternoon was about voices the shooter said he's heard for years. Dr. Gray said after multiple attempts to learn more about those voices, the shooter never said the voices gave him commands or instructions, just yelled and screamed. Dr. Gray also testified the voices never told him to commit a mass shooting.
As I've asked before, being paranoid doesn't make somebody insane.
Correct.
Even having delusions or hallucinations doesn't make somebody insane.
Correct.
Prosecutors played portions of his forensic interviews, and in those conversations, the shooter said that he felt a, quote, adrenaline rush, and then his anxiety went away after the shooting. Dr. Gray testified that the shooter possibly and inferred to know that the shooting was illegal and that jail was a possibility. Live in Boulder, I'm Kelly Rinke, 9 News.
Kelly, thank you for the update.